when I was in my addictive energy at the start of my journey, as everyone is, when I realized that the connection was not a normal connection, when I realized that, because of my where I was at that place, I have to say that although I am a religious person, or even I was much more that then, I was also the kind of a person who was also kind of spiritual in a way, in my own way. So when I realized that the connection was something that was spiritual, because to me now, with my own reasoning at that moment, when I started, because I could feel how my energy was, I could literally feel it, how my energy was going to my twin, or how it was coming back. I could feel that. And I'm telling you, by this time, because I am a religious person, I have never done, by that time, the book that I could say I had read about any kind of spirituality, it was the law of attraction, and I had not even read it all, because I was kind of really guarded. I just wanted to, I wasn't that kind of a person, really guarded. So when it came to metaphysical things, even that, I was that guarded. So you can imagine, to me, it was I either have to have like a direct connection with God, or no, or I was really guarded. I was really the kind of a person, which I am still today, who catered for my spiritual well-being, and who really protected my boundaries, my spiritual boundaries, whatever came into my spirit, and whoever even I allowed to really talk to my spirit, and the kind of data or information that I allowed to get into my spirit or soul. I am a very, very careful person. So the law of attraction book, that is the maximum that I could allow myself to go, and even not like to resonate with it 100%, because I had to screen every person who was in that book. Yeah, and if I was not resonating with one, I was not buying it, So that is how guarded I was. So when I started to realize that I have had this connection with this human being, and I could literally feel like my energy was going to them, and when I could feel their energy coming to me, I could get into that state of being very, very hyped, like my senses could be heightened, my creativity, my focus, like I was in that energy that I could tap into my best self, and I was addicted to that. So I realized, even I was speaking to a friend, and I say, I have met this person, and when I am around them, it is like I'm getting all this energy, this positive energy, and when I go, it is like for 2 weeks I am charged. It is like I was getting charged from them, and when I was getting charged from them, I could feel that they were getting also some kind of charge, but they were feeling it. So I was like, okay, this is either a very, very, so I knew that was a spiritual connection from that moment. But now my question was, I am reasoning on my own, this must be either so divine or so demonic. It is either of them. In either way, it is a soul connection, and it is on either of the two sides. So when I realized it is going and going and going like that, I could feel now my energy. I could now feel my energy was now pushing, or it was looking for them. It was looking for them. And I knew that when I am looking for them, they are not wanting it, because it is like they are feeling drained. I'm reasoning that on my own. I have not gone into the internet. I am just having my observation and my experience. So I'm wondering, what shall I do? So I am thinking, this cannot be right. You cannot take energy from another person. This is really crazy. So now in this moment, I am trying to cut this connection because I know it is a soul mate connect. There is a soul connection there, soul tie. I am feeling it. So because I am that person who was really surrounded by authentic religious people, like in the religious circle, they could say seers or prophetic. In the other, if you're not religious, maybe they're readers or diviners. I don't know what you call. But now to me, when I started to see that, so I had to really get a confirmation, what is it? So that is how now my addiction, now that is to this now time I know it, was acting. So I was looking for readings, but now to my readings, I was going like to these people who I knew they were straight prophetic or seers, and I knew that they could really like say. So the first person I went, who was like in my circle and who I have always got counsel from, I went and they told me that the connection is really a godly connection. Yeah, but if I can break it, that is the other question. So I said, who am I? I am going to break it. I know it because by this time I am feeling the energy. The first time I knew that this energy is crazy, it is when I woke up in the morning and I found myself in the thoughts of thinking about the person. I thought that is really not normal. Why am I thinking about the person early in the morning, even before I think about my own life? And the whole day I'm thinking about the person. And by this time now, even I am like feeling even the energy like in my head, like in my body, like I want to see them. I am getting even like a jealous. Now I know that is not me. Since when did I even care what another person thought of me or where they are or what they are doing? And by this time now they are like now running. And now that is now what I understand now. And now I am really actively now trying to cut it and on the same time to chase them. And I tried. So I said I am going to pray and fast because in my position, if I have an issue, that is what I have always done and I have always gotten with the results. So I'm doing like intensive prayer and fasting. It is getting worse. I'm telling you, it is getting worse, this addiction. So I knew, and now the sexual energy is rising like crazy. I'm like, no way. So I have tried it maybe for 2-3 months. It is not going. So I'm telling the person, the leader who told me. So I told them, so I'm now honest with them. It is not going. Something is here wrong. No, they say it is not wrong. It is a connection. You see, they are saying that. And now me, I'm fixed. I am not going to accept it. I cannot be like, want a person that much. Because up to this point, I have realized that because I am a mother, that I have realized the kind of love I have for this person, it is like almost more than I love my child. And I am realizing that now it is reflecting to me that I love this person than myself. And I'm saying something is, now I'm feeling embarrassed from that knowing, because I am feeling as if they know I love them than I love myself. And I'm saying that is not right. That is when I started to love myself. I have not gone to the internet. I haven't gone. At this time, I have not yet gone. But I'm thinking, if I can love another person, it cannot be right. I have to love myself first. So I am trying to do things that show that I love myself first. Because I am feeling as if they are seeing me. I am feeling so vulnerable and open. I have never felt like that. So I'm continuing to pray, and I'm praying every day, and I am fasting, every week. And it did not go, it just got worse. for months and months, it got worse and worse. I know it is like this energy, they are coming, they are going, they are coming, they are going. I know that is the time now I went to the internet to see how can I break this kind of even I think I'm typing like soul tie or addiction, something on those lines. And now this twin flame information comes in and I'm saying, oh my God, this is it. This is it and this is it. And I have to tell you, the first time I saw this person, I knew from my own knowing that I was like this person. When I saw them, I said, if I was a man, I will be this man. That was our initial meeting. And I am feeling like kind of a jealous. Like this person has my life. I am thinking that. That was our first meeting. And those days I don't know anything about twin flame, but my interest for this person was that because I was thinking if I was a man, I could be this person. And this person, like, they have my life. Like, I was thinking, where have this person been? This world is really interesting. How come I have never seen this human being? That was my initial my thoughts were along those lines. And that is every time I was thinking, how come this world is crazy? I know how this person ticks. Like, I know it. Because I could say this person ticks like me. Even I cannot lie to them. Because they know I am lying. That is my thoughts. Those were my thoughts. I have not come across twin flame things. So when I went in the internet, that is when I found those information and I was like, oh God, this is my experience. Oh God, what have been of my life? And so now I realized, now this is more than I think. Of course, I was not first of all believing all this kind of twin flame. What is that? But I could resonate with the idea because I am the kind of a person who have also known that God could never create a soul on its, like, one human being, like, on their own. So I knew that everybody had their other part. So that one, so I could really resonate with that. That one I could not disagree. But now it is believing that it have happened to me, or even there is that thing on the earth realm. So that was now my experience. But I wanted to bring that. Me as a religious person, my addiction was always going to seek, my readings were always going to the prophets and the seers. So by that time when I realized that, now I went to another seer who I knew this is the maximum. If this one they can see something different, whatever they will see, it is the 100%. And when they said, no, it is, they cannot say, but this connection, I cannot break it. It is supposed to be there. Now I was very, very offended because I wanted to be free. I did not want to be vulnerable to a human being. So it was really a struggle even for me to accept it. So I tried. I could not accept it because, it is hard to believe that you are a twin flame. It is not that easy as it looks. But now, how I started now believing, and now where I really took a U-turn. Now I am trying, I am struggling. Now these are years. I think now it was that because this is my 5th year. So it was maybe 3 years now. Now I come across a seer. And we are talking about other things. Even I'm not on this topic because I don't want even to talk about it. I'm so offended because of the kind of suffering. By this time, I have to say I am suffering terribly. If you know the pain of twin flames, I am going through all that pain every day. Even I could choose to die. than to live in the pain. Only that I had a child, or I have a child, but that is a kind of pain that one would go through. And I believe that for many of us, we are given children to have a reason to live. So I am going through all that, and now I meet this year, and they are speaking, and at one point they are saying you have like a connection. It is like an abnormal love, and I'm like ignoring because I don't want to go there. And they are like speaking about it, and they are saying it, and I'm like, no, I am not buying that, and even I'm not like opening up on that area, but I am listening. Anyway, I did not tell them that there is, because I did not want to go. And this kind of seer, now at this time I am so desperate, because I am also working with other things. When you are in this journey, it makes all your life situation complicated. And now I was working on other issues. I was interested on working on other issues, not about relationship. And I realized this person, maybe he was, so they are speaking, but at some point I did not like their energy because of something they did, and it cost me a lot. But it is at that time when I felt how like I felt betrayed from them, this person, who I realized like they were not so authentic. Also, although they have the gift, many people can relate to those people in the religious circle, and I saw how much like they was not authentic, or they were not honest to me. So that pain, because of that pain, I felt being hurt by them. And I started saying, if I was not in this connection, it is this connection that have made me to really go even to relate with people that I could usually not relate with, and bring myself into this kind of pain. And it is now from that point I decided now I am going to actively start working on myself, and I am going to trust I am on a twin flame connection. I don't have an option now. It is all these years and nothing is changing. It is like becoming worse. So I am going to actively now take it, this connection, and believe it is divine, and now start working on myself. Now that is when I really started now listening to twin flame teachings. Now it is at that time, and really now seeking God on my own about the matter, because I realized that it will go on forever. It is true, even I did not know it is so many years that have passed, because it is like my life was always occupied with this energy, and even I could not tell an year from a month. It is like life was passing me by. So that is when I started now to actively now work on my journey, like now with a purpose that I am going to try to trust God. And now, even if it is not what people in my religious circles were really talking about, but now I knew from their other leaders in the religious circle who believed in such things, but they will not come openly and talk. They won't, because it is so contradicting to the majority of the other people. But I knew it is a truth, and now I started now seeking God on my own, and wherever I was led, I accepted the support and help, and that is now where my journey shifted. Everything now shifted, and I started now to see everything shifting, and even my life situation, even the relation, with that human being, that is where everything shifted. And I am so happy. I tell you that the more and more you accept the journey, to the degree that you are accepting the journey, and bringing yourself to a place of peace, the more you are going to experience. It is like a balance. It is really like a balance, like the way you hear it, it brings a balance. It is like the more you are getting into peace, the more they are coming in. It is like you are pulling them in. The more you are bringing out that unbelief and focusing on them, the more they are coming in. It is like they are coming in. And that have been my experience. That is now my experience. So I can really say that I wanted to say that really addiction energy, you can feed it in other ways. And to me, my way of getting the readings, although I was not doing the cards or wherever many will go, that was my own way, because that is where I was. So I was looking for readings, from. It is the same way, because I was looking for that confirmation. It is good to look for that comfort when it will help you, but at some point you will come and you don't need it, because right now it does not matter now what kind of a level of a spiritual leader who will come and tell me, unless I'll tell them, like, give me some time. I seek direct, I pray about it, I think about it, and I see if God will reveal it to me, because now I am that. Before, I could not move a step without being like confirmed by those voices that I will call maybe seers and prophetics. I could not. But now I am my own person, and I feel great. I feel that I am in control of my life. And it does not matter what their opinions are. No, it is my experience that counts. I am worthy of having a divine experience, and I am worthy of, going through an experience, this kind of a connection. And it does not now matter. I am not looking for validation, because now I realize I have been looking for validation, and I could not do anything without being validated, by somebody who I respect and who I feel they have authority. Now that my journey, that is one of the biggest lessons. That is one of the biggest lessons, that I don't need any kind of validation from nobody. I don't need my family to believe it. I don't need my religious people to believe it. I don't need. I know what I am going through. I know what Spirit is speaking to me and showing me and guiding me. I can see all the signs every day. I can see the truths every day. I know I am divinely supported. And I always know that I am divinely guided. And I tell God, if I am out of that guidance, bring me in. And I trust that. And I trust that I am on the right path. And if there is a crooked path, it will be made straight. I always believe that. Now that is like my light and my guiding. And I have learned to validate myself. So if you are that person who is looking for validation from outside, from people, from leaders, you don't need nobody to validate you. Validate yourself. Trust yourself. Trust the voice of Spirit in you. Trust you. Trust yourself. You are Spirit. Trust. You will learn that in this journey. You don't need nobody. You can receive support, but don't depend on it. What if it doesn't come? Do you know how I have suffered waiting for validation? And then you'll get one validation, you want another one. There is no end. It is the spirit of unbelief. You have to build your faith up and trust yourself and know that you are worthy of receiving truth. So what you have to trust that God is speaking to you. That is what you learn. That Spirit is always communicating with you. So wherever you are in your journey, I just gave that. I never talk much about my journey. In fact, probably that is the first and the last time I'll talk about it. But I was feeling that I need to talk that. So that because I know probably many who are listening to me, they have a similar background. And I have to say that before I got to the twin flame journey, before I realized it was the twin flame journey, or even there was a twin flame journey, those things that they say in the twin flame journey, I had experienced them, and I was also talking to myself and telling myself, oh God, I'm going through this, I'm feeling my energy. So when they say that you are pushing or you're eating, I was saying that, I was feeling that, I was talking to some friend about that, and I did not know there is a push and pull energy, but I knew and I could feel how I am being charged. I even spoke. I have told you, I said, if I was a man, I could be this person. That is how I knew it. So when I saw like the twin flame, those things or whatever they say, the signs or something, I knew it was not like it was a guesswork. That is something I had already experienced for months. And I was sure that I was going that because I could feel this person, they are like me. How can this person be like me? Like I know them. I know how they tick. I know it. I know they know how I tick. I know. Like it was so interesting. It was like watching myself. I was like, no way, no, this cannot. Where have this person been? This is the most interesting thing I have ever seen in my life. And I remember those days. I have forgotten some things. Before I got to this place, to that place, the experience before that, maybe a month or so, I was in a state where I was in my life situation. I said that because I was in a place that I was not happy, I decided, I sat at my dining table and I said, I think my life will be in this situation forever. And since I am not happy, how can I be happy even if I am in this situation? Because I am not going to live unhappy for the rest of my life. So I was making that decision and I said, I am going to live my best life. Even if I am in this situation and I die, it will not be a waste of life since I will still be happy. I will make the best out of this situation. So I was in that kind of energy. So I started like training my body. That is something I never did. I said, maybe I can change my physique, because that was like, oh God, I have had people change their physiques. That is really something interesting. Like to me, that was like a miracle. How can somebody change their physique? So I started like training my body. That idea really fascinated me. And I was like, okay, I will start training my body and I will start like making my life better. I will start buying the best things for my house. I will start, I started like living my life. Like that was the energy I was. And I remember when I was like driving or walking, I could feel as if the world is at another level. Like I could see as if I was floating. That's how good I was feeling. That is when I met the person. That is when I met that person. So I don't know if that means anything, but that is the energy I was. I was investing in myself. That is the first time in my life I had started investing in myself. And even thinking that I could be happy even if I did not have the things I had in life, but like, how best can I make my life? And it is only when I return to that energy now again, of now coming to invest back to myself and looking my life in that angle, that is when now my connection with this human being have shifted. And the addictive energy is like gone. Because this addictive energy, it is like you learn how to manage it. The addictive energy, you will learn how to manage it. You learn how, even you will feel it coming and you'll know, oh God, it is, you can feel it from a mile and you know, okay, you have your techniques. You learn with time, but you have to make that intention. And I tell you, start by meditating. Start by taking, even if it is 5 minutes, like to meditate, to journal. Because Calm yourself down. Calm your system down. Do things. Do things. If you are praying, don't pray for them. Pray for yourself, my sister, my brother. Pray for yourself. For your personal growth. Pray for that. Stop anything that tells you to concentrate on them. Do it for you. Anytime, do it for you. Remember, anytime you want to do something for you, do it for yourself. Anytime you want to think about them, think about you. That one will shift. Do that consistently. I know it is not easy, but do it. When you feel the energy is coming, go out for a walk. Go out and stand near a river, a tree, a flower, and look at it. Look at it. Go on the playing ground. Look at the children playing. Look at them. Look at them. Spend time with your children. Love them. Try to, give that love. You have too much love. Give it to your children. You'll see how much that can transform. Whenever you are feeling that love, give it. But the last person to give it is your twin flame. When you are doing it, because they are you are giving it to them. If you give out that love to yourself, you are giving it to them. The only thing is you don't have to start with them. If you are feeling that love coming or those thoughts coming, no, focus back. Go do your hair, go to the salon, do something for you. But don't concern yourself about them. I know it is not easy. I know I have been there. If it is me who can speak like this, I tell you it is really possible. It is possible. It is possible. You don't have to live in any kind of addiction. You are not born to live in addiction. You are meant to live in a divine union. I know you need a partner in life. They will come. And you will come to a place where even you can choose whoever you want. But first, invest in yourself. Take time. Wake up early in the morning. How many times have I woken up early in the morning and went for a walk? Because I don't want to start the addictive energy even moving. Even when they are in your lives, you will continue with those practices. Otherwise, you will start getting addicted to them. You have to learn to be independent. Like, ignore them. Like, they are, but they are not there. Like, they are there, they are not there. Continue with your life as if they are not there. Why? Because they are you. So it is only you who is existing in this connection. Get that. It is only you. Even you see when they are there, you will know that your life will still continue as it was. Because you don't want to create room for that energy. Anyway, I think this video is too long. I am so sorry that it took too long. But I hope that you really got something, one or two, or even got to know me a little bit. And I really hope that you really have a wonderful day and that you stay in your best self and your energy to be very, very balanced and well managed. And bye. See you in the next videos.